I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about what's really important to you. Well, when you're going through a breakup, your life feels like you're in total chaos, and a lot of times we feel like we're drowning. We feel like we are helpless and things are hopeless, and we feel completely lost. We're in a lot of physical pain and we don't know what to do. We desperately turn to friends and family asking their advice and for their help, and oftentimes, unfortunately, it makes situations worse because, let's face it, they're not experts on relationships and they're not experts in reattracting somebody or getting your ex back. So very often I hear people getting advice from friends and family that cause you to do things that honestly just turn the other person off. A lot of times those people are very defensive about you. Remember, they care about you. You are who they love. You're who is important to them. Not necessarily your ex in a lot of cases. So they don't want to see you hurting. They see how bad you're hurting and how sad you are, how depressed you are, and they're angry. They're angry because of what's happening to you. And so whether they realize it or not, they're giving you insights that might not be helpful and, in a way, sabotaging your situation because maybe they don't unconsciously want you to be with that person again. So you have to evaluate your situation and look at what's going on, and it can be really scary because being alone in your thoughts and trying to assess a situation when you're in incredible amounts of physical pain, emotional pain, and you basically feel like you're dying and you'll do anything to stop dying, you can lose sight of what's important for you in the long term. And what I'm always trying to help you see is that you've got to assess a situation completely, not just focus on getting your ex back, because that can cause you to put yourself in a situation or do things that are not good for you. And you got to think about that, because you have got to be the focus of everything. I know you want to get your ex back, believe me, and this is the more appropriate way to make that happen, okay? Because you were likely in a situation that was toxic at times, or you were fighting, or you really didn't have a good connection that you thought you did. Maybe you were just going through the motions a lot of times, day in and day out, and you really weren't experiencing that connection anymore. So what I would like to do is help you see the bigger picture. And you need to assess what is really important for you in the long term. In the short term, I know you're like, I don't care. I want to get them back. That's all I want. I understand. I have been there. Believe me, I know exactly what you're thinking. But being on the other side of that and knowing what's, more important for you long term, I want you to be able to, at least certain times when you have moments of clarity, think about what is best for you in the long term. And I can promise you that those of you that stay motivated, this breakup may be the best thing that ever happened to you. As painful as it is, and as terrible as you feel, with the information that I teach, you can not only change yourself, become more secure, learn how to be a better partner, and have a better assessment of how a healthy relationship can be. You can improve your relationships with virtually all your friends and family because you're going to understand them better too. Your bosses, you'll be able to assess them a little bit better and understand why they do what they do, and where they're coming from emotionally. And when you can do that, your whole world changes, okay? And I've got 2 good success stories to share with you guys. I love to share success stories. The first one is a short one, and they said, "Hi Craig, we had a Skype session earlier this year, and I wanted to thank you for your good advice. Together, all I've learned from your videos, it helped me a lot to sort out what was going on in my life and better understand and handle my situation. My divorce went smooth and things settled down. You helped me a lot to avoid messing things up, and that could have made it unnecessarily complicated." Absolutely. Divorces can get really messy really quick, and you certainly don't want that to happen, because that could cause you misery and suffering for many, many years, okay? Now, my mind is much clearer. I have been able to move on. The grieving process is by far not completed. I know it very well, but it's on a healthy path. Just wanted to share my success story. Again, thank you very much. Newman. Okay, his name's not Newman, but I changed it because I didn't know if he wanted me to give his real name or not. Now, the second one is a guy that we've done, I think, 4 Skypes together now. And this guy's great. He's really nice. You guys would love this guy. Very easygoing, very likable, very friendly, lot of great qualities. So we really related when we were talking, and I'm happy to share that his life is really turning around too. And he said, he sent me an email just today, and he actually asked me to share this because we talked, we just talked last week. And so he said, "I wanted to provide a short success story for you to share. I was with my fiance for 3 years. We had an immediate, okay, magnetic attraction to each other. Although we had occasional normal disagreements, enjoyed a passionate and loving relationship up until shortly after we were engaged this year. I failed to monitor her interest level until it had dropped so low that she was perpetually cold and distant, and we were no longer affectionate with each other. Although I was secure and confident early in our relationship, I was terrified to lose my fiancé, the love of my life, and fell back upon the reactions of my insecure, anxious attachment type." See how good he is already assessing himself? He has learned tremendous amounts of information in a short amount of time. He's working really hard. You can see it. I mean, listen to how articulate he is in assessing this. It's really good. "I tried spending more time with her, giving her gifts, writing her letters, telling her over and over how much I loved her, coming over to her place every day, bringing her coffee in the morning and dinner at night. None of this worked. It baffled me. It made no sense at the time. I can tell you, I did this with one of my exes too, and same results. You know, you would think that being so nice to somebody and caring would make them so happy, but a lot of times it doesn't, right? It depends upon that person and what they're attracted to and drawn to, okay? After we inevitably broke up in May, I spent 3 months doing absolutely everything wrong. I acted desperate and weak. I did not go no contact. I did not focus on changing myself, and I was not thinking critically about the real reason why our relationships failed. I was being selfish. All I wanted was to satisfy my anxiety, to quiet that feeling of physical pain and impending death. I was completely overwhelmed. A deep, dark depression. It doesn't really hit home when I'm laughing when I say a deep, dark depression. But I'm laughing at myself, not at him. A deep, dark depression, which only became blacker when I found out she was dating someone new. Then I found your channel. Your videos and Skype sessions enlightened me to the science behind relationships and our underlying attachment styles. I can't read today. I can't read. This is ridiculous. At that point, everything clicked. I learned how I failed to be her rock and her superhero. I had failed to remain confident, accepting, playful, and empathetic. I also learned that my ex has a type of avoidant attachment style, which explained why she felt trapped and suffocated, and how my actions to pull her closer ended up ultimately pushing her away. Over the past months, I listened to your advice and focused on improving the only thing I can control: myself. I improved my body by hiring a trainer, waking up at 5 a.m. and working out every day. It's amazing, right? This is why breakups are so amazing. When in your life have you ever done this before? Many of you never even been to a gym before, and now you're doing things that you've never done before, and your level of motivation is off the charts. It's outstanding. So this is awesome. This is a great story. Isn't this is incredible how articulate he is? I love this one. He's a great guy, though. All right, let me go on. I've improved my mind by starting to learn a new language and reading as much as I can on attachment types and self-improvement. I've improved my heart by trying to understand my ex and her point of view, by forgiving her and taking her off a pedestal, by acknowledging that we are both flawed human beings who both have room to change and grow. I've rediscovered my passions and purpose in life. I've reconnected with friends and family. I strictly abide by no contact with my ex, and I've begun dating new women. In his situation, there was definitely no contact. He had to go no contact. They see each other kind of as colleagues, not very often, but occasionally, and she's dating someone else. At the end of the day, I would love another opportunity to grow with my ex, but I accept that chance may or may not come, and if it comes, it won't come when I'm expecting it. I also know the second chance won't ever come if I try to force it. I can also say that even if I never end up with my ex, my story is a success. I really cannot read today. This is just awful. And he's so articulate. That's the worst part, is that this is one of the most articulate emails I've ever had, and I can't read it. This is embarrassing, okay? I'm not going to lie. This is embarrassing. It is a success story because I have become a better person and the best option, not only for my ex, but for any woman. Thanks for all the help with what you do. You help so many of us progress from mere relationship Padawans to Jedi Knights. Congratulations on new success in your personal life as well as relationships. We can sometimes be completely surprised by the results. And that is absolutely true for all of you guys. You will be absolutely surprised how your life will change and how it will go when you stay motivated and committed to being the best version of yourself. And I can promise you, even if you don't get your ex back, you will understand relationships so much better that you will be more attracted to healthier partners, and you will find people that are just blowing you away, and you will love spending your life with them. And it's all because we change, and then it changes who we're drawn to and who we're attracted to. I've talked about level of differentiation before, where we're attracted to people who are on the same, basically, emotional level as us at times. And so when we grow, we're going to be drawn to and attracting people that are more successful, happier, loving, caring, affectionate, kind, etc. in our life. I promise you, I have success stories every day. And so for this reason, you've got to really think about what's most important for you. Are you outgrowing somebody that was maybe cruel to you, or abusive, manipulative, cheating, lying, hurtful? I mean, if you are, let them go and focus on somebody else. And if they do come back around, and you want to give it another try, at least come from a healthier place and explore what is important to you in your life. What's more important? Having somebody there because you fell in love with them and it's a bad relationship and it's not changing, or focusing on yourself and having an amazing life and attracting people that are amazing and loving and kind and going to be a better supportive partner for you in the long run. I know that the person that you've lost was the object of your affection, and it can be very difficult to think about. And sometimes we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But for when you do have those moments of clarity, remember this video, come back and watch this video, and think about what is important to you. So, if you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. I do email coachings and Skype coachings. You can choose the coaching option that works best for you. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.